families are not allowed to speak their language, losing their words and stories. But the stories are coming back to us. Stepping on the ice, I take pride knowing the roots of the game of hockey stem from my ancestors in the Mi'kmaq Nation.
This is Rogers TV, Borden, Alliston.
Tecumseth Recreation Centre for tonight's matchup between the hometown Alliston Hornets against the visiting Huntsville Otters. The Alliston Hornets, they've been one of the hot teams in the Carruthers division of late, winning 5 in a row coming into tonight's action. While the Huntsville Otters right now find themselves middle of the pack in the division, winners of 6 of their last 9 games, and it's a much improved Otters team than what we've seen in the past, as this team you can't take for granted. Right now tied with the Innisfil Spartans with a 10-10 record. So it should be a good game here tonight between these two rivals, and we'll take a quick look at the head-to-head matchup for this game. And you'll notice one thing that really stands out is the offense for this Alliston Hornets team. They have 101 goals for. That is second best in the division, only behind the Stainer Siskins, who sit first in the Carruthers. But for Huntsville, they're a team that can really shut things down defensively, and if they have to play specialty teams, they're pretty good on that front as well, as they're number 1 when it comes to the power play unit. So specialty teams could be a big factor here tonight. We'll have to wait and see how things play out. But it should be a good one, and let's take a look now at the players to watch, starting with the Huntsville Otters. Nicholas Cooper, he has had a fantastic season for Huntsville. 8 goals, 10 assists for 18 points, and he's actually riding a 6-game point streak coming into tonight. 5 goals, 6 assists, good for 11 points over that run. So he'll be the one that'll get the offense moving for Huntsville as they try to get the pace going early in this hockey game. And for the Alliston Hornets, Jack McConey, he has had a great stretch here of late, 6-game point streak as well, and he actually had 5 points against the Huntsville Otters at the start of this point streak. So McConey, he likes playing against this Huntsville Otters team, and he'll look to get on the board again here tonight. But as I mentioned, the offense for this Alliston Hornets team is something else, as they've got a lot of threats up front. You've got McConey, as we already mentioned, Cole Turcotte, Andrew Maltby, the list goes on. So it's going to be a busy night for the goaltenders for the Huntsville Otters. And let's take a look at some of the other things in the league right now. The standings, I already touched on it. The Stainer Siskins right now sit first overall in the Carruthers with that 18-1 record. And to note, that one regulation loss was against these very Huntsville Otters, and that was a 2-1 victory back on November 4th. So the Huntsville Otters, the only team that can say they've defeated the Stainer Siskins so far this season. The Alliston Hornets riding that 5-game winning streak, trying to keep pace with Stainer. Right now, 7 points behind the first-place team. And then after that, it's just a logjam. The Huntsville Otters right now 5th, tied with the Innisfil Spartans with 20 points, 1 point back of the Aurelia Terriers, and the Schaumburg Cougars just 4 points ahead of Huntsville. So it's a bit of a logjam in the middle of the division, and Huntsville wanting to be that team that stands out coming into this stretch as we approach the midway point of the regular season. And we got a bit of a delay here with the Zamboni running out of water, so we're just waiting for puck drop. That'll be in a couple more minutes. So in the meantime, let's take a look at the leading point scorers for the Alliston Hornets. Already touched on Jack McConey with his 33 points. But after that, you've got Andrew Maltby, Cole Turcotte, Ben Taylor. Those three are also pretty lethal. You'll see Maltby out there quite a bit tonight. And then Jacob Power, the young forward, he had 2 goals last week. here at home against the Aurelia Terriers. So Power, he's one of those depth scoring forwards, and right now finds himself 5th overall in scoring on this high-flying Alliston Hornets team. So a lot of options on Alliston, and then when you shift to look at the Huntsville Otters, scoring's a little different. They're not as high scoring this season. They're more of a defensive team. So when you look at the top 5 in points, Nicholas Cooper leads the way with 18 points. And then after that, Adam Lewis comes in at number 2. He's got 13 points on the season. And then Colin Jones, he actually had a hot start to the regular season. He opened the season with a 4-goal game against the Penetang Kings, and since then, he's kind of cooled off a bit. So I'm sure for the Huntsville Otters coaching staff, they'd like to see Colin Jones get back on the score sheet. And then Isaac Little, the rookie defenseman, he's got 10 points on the season. And also Jesse Taylor with 10 points. So the Huntsville Otters, a different team structurally compared to the Alliston Hornets. They more so rely on their defensive game and will look to react a little bit more than pushing the play. The other thing to note, though, with this Huntsville Otters team, they lead the Carruthers division in penalty minutes, coming tonight with 610 penalty minutes. And then you look at the Alliston Hornets, they only have 395 penalty minutes. So a little different there, and for Huntsville, you'll want to stay out of the penalty box here tonight against this Alliston Hornets hockey club, because their power play, it might not be ranked really high right now. It's sitting 5th, but it is a lethal offense. And with plenty of weapons up front, they're not afraid to attack that net. And even when Alliston's shorthanded, they're also a bit of a threat, as they have 8 shorthanded goals for so far this season. And we'll send it to ice level as we get ready for puck drop here tonight. So we're just about ready to go here at the new Tecumseth Rec Centre. Let's take a look at our starting goaltenders. Getting the call tonight for Huntsville, Darian Willis comes in with 3.11 goals against average on the season and an .894 save percentage. You know he'll be counted upon quite a bit here tonight against this high-flying Alliston Hornets team. And at the other end, getting the start is Kevin Halloran. He's the backup goaltender for the Alliston Hornets, and he has some decent numbers so far this year. A goals against average of 2.64 and a save percentage of .908. And he has been stellar when called upon. And we'll see if he can help the Alliston Hornets continue their winning streak and make it a 6-game winning streak after tonight. It won't be easy, though, against this Huntsville Otters team. There have been on quite the roll of late themselves, and we are underway. Face-off won by the Otters. Rob will take it back into his own zone, passing it across to his defense partner. That one was intended for Jones. That one's out of his reach. Icing waved off. English back to play it. He'll pass that one across. Nolan Drury trying to get it out. That was deflected. Puck goes behind the Alliston net. Trying to dig it free. The Hornets come away with it. Drury sends it ahead, takes the hit. Otters keep it in. Drury again. This time he will get it out, takes the hit. Puck goes down the ice. Icing is waved off. Isaac Little back to collect it, sends it ahead. English collects it at the center line. English had his stick lifted. Both teams right now making changes. Puck sent forward. Taking it away is Power. Power on the wing. trying to go to the net, gets around Coleman, wraparound attempt, and that's denied. At the point, Young. He'll send that one down low. Chasing after it is Adam Hoppy. Hoppy back to Mills. Mills with a shot, deflected, rebound, puck's loose, Power at the backhand and scores. Jacob Power gets the Hornets on the board early. Took a minute 10, and it's a 1-0 hockey game. So Jacob Power, he has been pretty consistent for this Alliston Hornets team. That's now 14 goals on the season to match his jersey number. As the Hornets just putting on the pressure. We'll take a look at the replay. It was a good job, Mills keeping it at the point, and then Power pounces on it with the backhand, and it's a 1-0 hockey game. Mills keeps it in at the point. Puck sent down low. Otters after it. They'll get this one out to center ice. Hornets trying to regroup. Mills on the wing, puts that one across. Goes to the opposite corner. Taking a whack at it there was Owen Freilich. Freilich gets it again for Alliston. That'll go back behind the Huntsville net. Hoppy putting it down low. Chasing after it is Matthew Morse. Otters turn it over. Hoppy to the net. Scores! That one caught Darian Willis off guard. And Hoppy's goal, a bit of a change-up, and it's already 2-0 Alliston. So the captain of the Alliston Hornets gets a goal. That's his 4th of the year. And that's a goal that Darian Willis would like to have back. So you see the Alliston Hornets just putting the puck on net. Not sure if that was deflected or not, but that one getting under the right pad of Willis. Lavoie inside his own blue line, just trying to get it out as the Otters already find themselves down 2-0. Lavoie knocks that one down. Lavoie takes the shot. That's over the net. After it for Huntsville is Dukowitz. Palamaki putting that one around the boards. Puck goes to the far side. Picking it up are the Huntsville Otters. Bolbiski sending it ahead. Puck's turned over. Lavoie knocked that one down. Therian will send that in. Vitale got a stick on it. Otters keep it in the attacking zone. Puck's down low. Vitale ahead. Mulpey. That one got away from him. Huntsville will send it back in, delayed offside. Halloran plays it to the corner. Bolbiski sending that one over to Drury. Nolan Drury up to Mulpey. Mulpey quickly to Turcotte. Turcotte trying to get through the defense, but he's knocked down, and the Otters take it back the other way. Mulpey blocked that pass attempt. Puck goes into the Alliston zone. Little on the wing. Gets to the corner. Isaac Little around the net. Gets to the corner. Decides to pass it back. Cooper trying to go to the net. That misses. Robb at the point. Takes the shot. Deflected. Didn't even reach Halloran. Otters moving it around. Lewis puts it down low for Cooper. Cooper trying to settle it down. Otters with it in front, and that misses Lewis. Little keeps that one in the corner. Drury picking it up here for Alliston. Hornets right now trying to complete the change as Drury takes a hard hit. Cooper settles it down in the neutral zone. He'll send this one back in. Mills back after it for the Hornets. Mills can't get it out of the zone, kept in by Little. Otters trying to take to the net. Here's Jones. His shot's blocked, and Alliston will get this one out. Here's Light passing that one ahead. Milbright with a shot right on nets, and Willis makes the save as Huntsville starting to get some pressure, but most of their shots were blocked before they even reached Halloran. So a bit of a tough start here for the Huntsville Otters, down 2-0. Goals from Jacob Power and Adam Hoppy. Puck ends up in the neutral zone. That long pass will miss the net, so we're going to get an icing call here as Mills trying to set up that long stretch pass, but just not able to connect as Darian Willis, the goaltender for the Huntsville Otters, he has been kept busy already. we've just passed the 4-minute mark, and he's already faced 4 shots, 2 of them goals for Alliston. Hornets get it off the draw on the far side. Lavoie along the boards for Huntsville, gets it back down low. Young tries the near side. Dupuis after it for Huntsville. Puck's deflected. Hornets get it to the blue line, kept in by Taylor. Taylor trying to move it forward. Coleman can't get to it, and the Hornets get it out. Puck sent deep. The Hornets still chase after it. Otters take it back. Puck sent down ice. That misses Vitale. No icing. Halloran will play it. Nearly turned it over. There's a big hit in the corner. Big check from the Otters. Otters trying to pounce on it as that was Coleman delivering the hit, and the Alliston player is slow to get up. As looks like it's Cole Polbisky who took that hit from Coleman. So the trainer right now going to attend to Polbisky as he took a hard hit in the corner. So we'll take another look at that hit. As you see, Polbisky gets the puck here in the corner, doesn't see Coleman coming until the last second. As that was a big hit there on Polbisky. Still being attended to. So a bit of a shift in momentum here as the Alliston Hornets right now already up 2-0 in this hockey game. Huntsville's just trying to get back into this game, and right now the officials having a conversation at center ice. So we'll wait and see if there's going to be a penalty on this. Nothing was indicated at the time of the hit. As Polbisky looks like he's going to get up. So right now the officials having a chat with Travis Chapman, the head coach of the Alliston Hornets. Fans here wanting a penalty, but I don't think anything's going to be called right now as Polbisky's being helped off the ice. So a tough break for the Alliston Hornets as Cole Polbisky, a steady defenseman for this Alliston Hornets team. It's more of a stay-at-home defenseman, 6 assists on the season. So a tough loss here for Alliston, so we'll keep an eye on Polbisky. So in the meantime, Alliston will play with 5 defensemen. No penalty on the play, so it's still even strength. Morse will get ready to take the draw here for Huntsville. Oh, Morse waved out. Face off. Picked up here by Hiles, but Verbanek keeps that down low for Huntsville. Comes back to the point. Verbanek riding the blue line, keeps it in, takes the shot. That goes wide. On the near side, Lucier. Lucier in front. That misses the intended target. And the Hornets will get it out. Is not able to keep that one in was Sam Verbanek. Jones gets this one out of the zone. Young will send it in for Alliston. So quite the eventful first period between the Hornets and the Otters. As Huntsville moves it out, 2-on-1. Lucier on the wing, takes the shot and got a little too much under it. Puck sails back to the point, kept in by Huntsville. Puck bounces out to center. Robb has to come back. Puck picked off by Hiles. Hiles takes a hit there from the Huntsville forward. That was Blake Punchard. And now it's going to be an icing call against the Huntsville Otters. And after giving up 2 quick goals to Alliston, Huntsville playing a physical game here, as we mentioned off the top. Huntsville is the most penalized team in the Carruthers division. So they do play a physical game. Face off one by Alliston, and they score right off the draw. What a shot, Jack McConey. That extends his point streak to 7 games. So the Hornets just pouring it on here early in this hockey game. Jack McConey had a 5-point night against the Huntsville Otters a few weeks ago. So he likes playing against Huntsville, and he gets the Hornets up by 3. Maltby after it here for Alliston. Drops it there for Turcotte. Cole Turcotte turns it around. Back to McConey. McConey can't hold on to it. Otters will get it out. Puck goes deep into the Alliston zone. English after it. And it's going to be another icing call here against Huntsville. So let's take a replay at that last goal. It happened so fast off the faceoff as McCone got it right off the draw. It's kind of similar situation. It was an icing call against Huntsville. We don't have that replay right now, so we'll maybe check that out a little bit later. As Alliston not able to get a shot off the draw. We got a delayed penalty call here. This is going against Alliston. So fans getting a little restless here despite being up 3-0. They thought there should have been a penalty earlier when Paul Biskey took the hard hit, but instead it's the Hornets taking an early penalty as Patrick Light heads to the box for tripping. So Patrick Light will spend 2 minutes or less in the box here for Alliston as we take a look at the penalty. As you see, there's the evidence on the ice. And we also have Millington in the box. So it's going to be a 5-on-3 situation from the looks of it. So maybe an unsportsmanlike against Light as well. So big opportunity here for the Huntsville Otters. For the Otters, they do have the #1 power play in the Carruthers division. They have a success of 33.3%. Cooper gets it back to Little. Little turns it over to Taylor. Taylor shorthanded. Ben Taylor on the net. Shot turned aside by Willis. The Hornets not afraid to take shorthanded chances. They have 8 goals shorthanded so far this year. Here come the Otters. Shot off the side of the net. That was Jones, and he takes a hard hit in the corner. Now we're going to get a penalty call here after the big hit. There's an Alliston player down, Taylor, and it looks like it's going to be a cross-check penalty against Huntsville, as heading to the box is going to be the captain of the Huntsville Otters. That's Adam Lewis. So there's the first big hit, and then you're going to see Coleman and then Lewis with a big cross-check, so no doubt there. Kind of an undisciplined play here for Huntsville. You're already down 3 goals rather. You had the 5-on-3 situation, but now it's down to a 4-on-3. Face-off, won by Alliston. There's Young. His shot turned aside by Willis. Puck goes to the corner. Hornets with possession. Keeping that one in at the point was Hoppy. Back after it, Nick Coleman. Coleman through the neutral zone. Still with it from the corner. Coleman going around the net, passing it back to the point for Little. Little to Cooper. Cooper waits, passes it across, but Coleman was on his backhand. Little at the point to Cooper. Cross, Coleman settles it down and puts that over the net. And the Hornets, they will clear it out. Power play for Huntsville down to 41 seconds. And now we've got another penalty for something happening behind the play. So we got 2 penalties here. Hoppy's going to go off for Alliston, and Colin Jones for Huntsville. So it's a cozy situation right now in the Alliston Hornets penalty box. So 3 in the box for Alliston, 2 for Huntsville. So it looks like those will just be coincidental penalties. The 4-on-3 situation will continue, but what a chain of events here early in this hockey game. We haven't even reached the halfway point of the first period. So this power play will continue for Huntsville. Face-off won by the Hornets, but that chance is blocked, and the Otters carry it up. Coleman on the wing. Takes the shot, stopped by Halloran. Cooper can't settle it down. Vitale loses the handle of it. Cooper after it, but it's scooped up by Mulpey. 2-on-1 shorthanded. Turcotte can't settle that one down, goes to the corner. Turcotte trying to take it out from the corner. Otters with possession, carrying it ahead. Isaac Little. Little burst to speed on the wing, trying to cut to the middle. Backhand, that one's stopped by Halloran. Isaac Little might be a defenseman, but he's got wheels. Coming into tonight, Little, 4th overall in scoring for Huntsville. Take a look at this chance, trying that backhand, but Kevin Halloran square to that shot. Great save there by the Alliston goaltender. Face-off won by the Otters. Jones at the point. Light and Millington are out of the penalty box, so it's now a Hornets power play. There's the shot, turned aside by Halloran. So it's a brief power play for the Alliston Hornets. Carrying it ahead, Millington with the shot. That's blocked by Jones. Puck goes to the corner. The puck will sail out, and the Hornets will try and regroup here. Here's a shorthanded chance for Huntsville. Puck's kept in at the point. A little miscommunication. Puck goes to the corner. McCone drops it back. There goes the power play for the Alliston Hornets. It was an abbreviated power play. So back to even strength. Turcotte takes the shot. Taylor got back in time. Jones ahead for Lewis. That's out of his reach. And this is going to be an icing call against the Huntsville Otters. So quite the first period here at the new Tecumseth Recreation Complex. 3-0 Alliston, but Huntsville had a 5-on-3 situation, but it's been a steady parade to the penalty box for these two teams. Otters trying to get it out. Far side. Puck's loose, scooped up by the Otters. Trying to carry that one in was Lewis. Taylor follows it up. That was Jesse Taylor at the blue line. Puck goes back. Drury on the wing. Trying to cut to the middle, but that's denied. Lewis to the point, kept in by Mills. Mills reaches for it, sends it down low. Mills again at the point. Fralick trying to cut to the middle. That was blocked. Otters trying to get this one out of the zone, but good work by Mills at the point. Jones delivers the hit in the corner. Morris back there to try and dig it free. Alliston with possession, and that one tipped wide by Fralick. Otters not able to get this one out. Now they will. But Hornets right away send it back into the Huntsville zone. Puck picked up at center by Mills. He'll send this one around the boards. Jacob Power comes off the bench. Tried to deliver that check. Otters send that to the near corner. Huntsville trying to get something going here. Lucier has it along the boards. Alliston trying to get it out. We have another penalty call coming. And it looks as though it's going against Alliston. It's going to be an interference call. So Jacob Power, the latest player to enjoy the penalty boxes. It's been a steady flow of players, everyone getting a chance to experience what life is like at the penalty box here tonight. It is a little on the cool side here in the arena, so might need their blankets here. As there's the shot, rebound. Halloran kicked that aside. Otters after it. Hit in the corner. Lewis decides to go around the Alliston net. Lewis along the boards, taken out by Vitale. Puck kept in at the point. Otters take the shot. It's deflected. And that'll be a whistle as that puck hits the netting. As this has been quite the hockey game, despite it being 3-0 in favor of Alliston. These two teams just going back and forth. It's been a very physical hockey game. The emotions are high in this one. The Alliston Hornets already losing the services of Cole Palbisky. Took a hit from Coleman earlier this period. He still hasn't come back, so we'll keep an eye on that situation for the Hornets as the power play continues for Huntsville. Otters trying to move that to this high slot. There's the shot, deflected. Comes back to the point. Coleman fires. That's blocked in front. Puck's loose. Hornets can't get it out. Now they will. That's Vitale on the backhand. Power play now down to 1:12 for Huntsville. This is their second power play of the night. Otters with possession. They nearly turned it over. Here's the captain, Lewis. Adam Lewis through center ice. Takes to the near side. Lewis hits the brakes. Passing it back to Jones. Couldn't settle that one down. Coleman picks it up. Coleman put that one across. Otters moving it around the outside. Coleman settles it down, back to the point for Little. Little winds up, his shot stopped by Halloran. Alliston will now get this one out to center ice. Doesn't go too far. Turcotte, though, trying to dig it free. Little gets away from him. Isaac Little carries that one in. Maltby now along the boards. Jones after it. Jones in the corner, trying to settle it down. The power play down to 18 seconds now. Maltby, shorthanded, backhand pass to Turcotte. Knocking that out of the air was Little. Isaac Little back the other way for Huntsville. Drops it there for Therian. His shot right on goal. It's loose on the far side. Backhand. Halloran sprawling. That somehow stays out. They jam away at it. And now we get the whistle. But Kevin Halloran, making snow angels in his crease, somehow keeps that one out. But my, oh my, great chances for the Huntsville Otters. But Halloran, outstanding job to keep this a 3-0 lead. And Isaac Lewis, the defenseman for Huntsville, he has been all over the ice here tonight. Let's take a look at that last opportunity. As even Drury making the save, the defenseman for Alliston. But Kevin Halloran, what an outstanding save. He's now had to face 9 shots. 4 coming on that last power play. As Hoppy will put this one back. It is even strength right now. Mills skates it up for Alliston. Mills through the neutral zone. Trying to go back to Hiles. That taken away by Huntsville. There's the long shot wide of the net by Jesse Taylor. Taylor passing it out in front. Otters trying to put on more pressure. Puck ends up at the point. Little again. Takes the shot through a crowd, and that goes wide. Looked like it may have gone off a skate. Puck comes to the near side. Jesse Taylor after it now. Taylor across. Pass deflected. It's loose. Big hit on the far side. Otters continue to put on the pressure. We got another penalty call coming against... Oh no, the ref took his arm down. Looked like the ref was getting ready to call the trip, but decided against it. Taylor after it. That one goes off Rob and ends up on the Alliston bench. As Huntsville, despite being down by 3, they are just pouring it on right now as the momentum has shifted in their favor. As take a look at Jack Linden. He's had a pretty decent season. He's another stay-at-home defenseman, just 5 points, 5 assists. That's the thing about this Huntsville Otters team. They're typically defensive-minded, but right now, being down early in this hockey game, their offense just trying to get something going. As Power has it on the wing, puts to the corner. Linden picks it up behind his own net, trying to carry it in front. Puck's turned over. Taylor back for Alliston. He'll send that deep. Power, already 1 goal tonight. Trying to get away from Linden. Linden takes it away here for Huntsville. Puck taken back by Taylor. Ben Taylor putting that one around the boards. Power after it. Delivers a big hit. Opens up some room, and that goes off the skate of Taylor. Cross-ice feed, and McNeil couldn't connect. Power takes a swing at it, and Willis makes the save. As this line creating some chances for Alliston, but not able to beat Willis. So a lot of action here tonight between these two teams. As Alliston trying to extend their winning streak to 6 games, while the Otters, 6 wins in their last 9 games. Right now tied with Innisfil for the 5th spot in the Carruthers division. Face-off won by the Otters. Little. He'll put that one off the boards. English couldn't get to it. At center, Young sends it in for Alliston. Picked up by the Otters. Lucier with a big hit. May have been Millington who was trying to line him up, but Lucier got the better of him. Little passes it in front. There was a bunch of Hornets in front, so it's taken up the ice by Light. Lucier taken out by Light. Otters pick it up. Moving it ahead. That's Sam Verbonek. Verbonek sends it to the net. Halloran just scoops that up, and he'll hold on. And now Verbonek having some words there with Young, as it looked like Verbonek may have got his stick there in the glove of Halloran, and Hornets defenseman standing up for his goaltender. So 4.5 minutes remaining in the first period. Shots pretty even between these two teams, 10-8 in favor of Huntsville. The Otters, though, they've had 2 power plays so far in this hockey game, one of those being a 5-on-3 situation. Turcotte, he's waved out of the face-off circle, so in steps Maltby for Alliston. Face-off won by the Hornets. Huntsville trying to put that in front, but instead it's taken away by Alliston. And that's going to be offside as Andrew Maltby was just ahead of the play there for the Hornets. So Cole Turcotte, one of the top point getters here on this Alliston Hornets team. He's 3rd in points coming into tonight with 15 points, or 28 points rather. As he's got quite the skill set, Cole Turcotte. You put him with Maltby, and those two have some great chemistry with the Alliston Hornets. Alliston trying to get it out. Puck comes to the near side from Maltby. Maltby has Turcotte with him. Maltby across for Turcotte. Backhand just misses that near post. McCone back to the point. Mills keeps it in. He'll find Turcotte. Down low. Maltby to Turcotte. Turcotte the shot. Turned aside by Willis. Puck goes to the corner. Maltby leaves it for Turcotte. Cole Turcotte in a battle with Cooper. Puck goes to the far side. Vitale keeps it in. Sent back down low. Turcotte fanned on that pass attempt. It's picked up by the Otters. Huntsville will get this out to center ice. Mills prepares for the hit. He was laid out by Lewis. Maltby to Mills on the near side. 2 Otters collide at center ice. Fans reacting to that. Otters get it out. Jones at center. He'll backhand this into the Alliston zone. Coleman after it. Beats English to the puck. In the corner, Coleman puts it back behind the Alliston net. Drury will pick it up here for the Hornets. Puck almost picked off by Coleman. Drury sending it ahead. Hoppy. Long pass for Hiles. Hiles waiting for support as Alliston was making a line change. At center ice. Freilich had it for a moment. Drury. Back to English. English trying to pass it ahead for Hiles, but that's picked off by Isaac Little. And then some miscommunication there for the defense. Jones, he'll kick that over to Little, being inspired by the World Cup. At the point, sent back down low into the Huntsville zone. Otters just trying to get this one out, kept him by English. Blocker stop by Willis. Puck goes in front. Freilich had it for a moment. Freilich again, backhand stop by Willis. Freilich trying to get that one back on net. English at the point, winds up, shot blocked. That was Jones getting in the way for the Otters. Now a breakaway chance for Taylor. Jesse Taylor trying to cut to the net. Puck rolls away and scores. Taylor gets that one through the 5-hole of Halloran, and Huntsville is on the board. So Jesse Taylor, not sure if that's how he drew up the play, but he'll take it. So that's 5 goals on the season for Jesse Taylor. Take a look at this. Taylor trying to cut to the net. Bumped off the puck, and Halloran just couldn't hold it. That one snuck through his 5-hole. And the Otters now within 2. This has been quite the game so far here tonight, as it's been back and forth. Otters looking to add to their total. Here's Cooper. His shot scores. And just like that, it's now a 3-2 hockey game. Nicholas Cooper. And the Otters are now within 1. What a shot from Nicholas Cooper, his 9th of the season. He extends his point streak now to 7 games as Nicholas Cooper, he has been on a roll. Cooper with that nice snapshot blocker side on Halloran and finds the back of the net. So that's now 12 points in 7 games for Nicholas Cooper. Alliston looking to respond. Here's Maltby to the net to Turcotte, and that one got away from him. Maltby again passes it in front. That's deflected. The puck will escape the zone. Young across, trying to find Maltby. Maltby had that go off his skate. And this will be an offside call as McCone trying to carry that one in. 1:26 left to go in this first period. It has been a wild hockey game here. So after Alliston opened a 3-0 lead, they actually got their first goal just a minute 10 into this hockey game. And now Huntsville has scored 2 unanswered. Alliston sending this one into the zone, deflected, so no icing. Linden back behind his own net for Huntsville. Long pass, trying to get to Taylor. Taylor, though, couldn't connect. Linden again for Huntsville. He'll pass this one across. Isaac Little. Long pass, trying to connect there. Getting a stick on it was Nate Markle. Jesse Taylor in the corner. Turns it over. McCone ahead for Turcotte. Turcotte spins, goes to Maltby. Maltby loses the handle of it, and Little, he'll send that one out. Hits, looks like the Huntsville Otters trainer. Trainer looks to be okay, but that one results in a whistle. He's gonna laugh it off. I'm sure that's not the first time he's experienced that. And there's Maltby. He is a little hot under the collar. This has been quite the game. Puck bouncing. Taylor chasing after it here for Huntsville. Mills picks it up. He'll go around his own net. Hits the brakes. English on the wing. English, he'll send this into the Huntsville zone right on net, and Willis not taking any chances, and he'll hold on to it. So a lot of emotions in this hockey game between the Hornets and the Otters. And as I mentioned, this is a much improved Huntsville Otters team. Last season they found themselves at the bottom of the Carruthers division. This year, though, right now trying to chase for home ice advantage in the playoffs. I know it's only about halfway through the regular season, but this Huntsville Otters team, they can keep up with the best in this league. Face off to the right of Willis, as Freilich will get set to take the draw for the Alliston Hornets up against Nick Coleman. Face off won by the Hornets. At the point, English takes the shot, stopped by Willis. Otters trying to get to that loose puck. 16 seconds left in the period. Puck goes off the official. Little trying to hold it along the boards. Puck picked up by Coleman. Coleman puts it in the air. That gets out to center. And that'll do it for the opening 20 as the Alliston Hornets right now holding on to a 1-goal lead. It was 3-0 for the Hornets, but the Huntsville Otters showing no signs of quitting. They've now scored 2 unanswered from Jesse Taylor and Nicholas Cooper. And we are in for quite the hockey game here as these two teams will take a break. And we'll take a break ourselves. It's a 3-2 hockey game in favor of the Hornets. You're watching PJHL Hockey on Rogers TV.
Watching hockey just got a power play with NHL Center Ice and Super Sports Pack. With up to 37 out-of-market NHL games a week, you'll always catch your favorite team no matter where you live. Whether it's big matchups you're looking for or following your top fantasy picks, it's all here. NHL Center Ice, part of the Rogers Super Sports Pack. All this for only $35.95 a month. Say Super Sports Pack into your voice remote to order.
Ho, 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 ho. Hey, kids, it's that time of year. Join us on Rogers TV for Talk to Santa. Give us a call and we'll have a chat. Ho, 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 ho.
I'm Carolyn King. and I'm a member of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation and the creator of the Moccasin Identifier. Philip Cote, an artist in Toronto here, took and redrew real moccasins. We're starting over with the children. The idea is that they would research whose land their school is built on, near, or what treaty area they're in. And the educational kit that we have has all that information in there. And the children just, love it. My dream is that this province will be covered with moccasin identifiers within the next decade, and they will forever know whose land they're on. That's the goal. Educate and awareness with a nice, simple little program called the Moccasin Identifier.
It's 3-2 after the opening 20 minutes here at the new Tecumseth Recreation Complex as the Hornets opened up the scoring quite early in this hockey game. They looked like they were in control, being up 3-0, but the Huntsville Otters, they've responded with two unanswered themselves late in that first period, and we are in for quite the hockey game. Seeing the reactions on both sides, Andrew Maltby, especially at the end of that first period, breaking his stick on the bench out of frustration with how this hockey game has been so far, as it's been a back-and-forth affair of shots, pretty close, 12-9 in favor of Huntsville. And let's take a look at some of the highlights from that opening period. A lot of stuff to recap from that first period. It started with some goal scoring as Willis couldn't stop this backhand from Jacob Power, and that started the scoring at 1:10 of the first period. And at this point, it just seemed like it was all Alliston as Hoppy got that second goal, the captain of the Hornets, just under the pad of Willis. Turcotte trying to show those moves, but you know, the Huntsville Otters, they play a physical hockey game, and here's a big example as Paul Biskey took a hard hit. He left the game, has not returned, but that didn't stop Alliston. They would make it 3-0 at that point, but penalties just continued to be an issue here tonight. It's been a parade to the box. Here's a shorthanded chance from Taylor, but Willis really settling down after giving up that third goal, and just back and forth. Here's another penalty. It's going to be a cross-check on the Huntsville Otters captain. As one point, it was a 4-on-3 situation for Huntsville just because of the amount of penalties in this hockey game. And it's also seeing Halloran, he was making some outstanding saves on one of those shorthanded chances. Here he is making snow angels, keeping this one out, also getting some support from Drury. But finally, it's Huntsville getting on the board. Jesse Taylor, puck knocked off his stick, and that one somehow found a way through Halloran. And then Cooper, a nice shot as he finds the back of the net. As it's just been end-to-end action in this hockey game. 5 goals in that opening period. Huntsville, usually known for being a defensive-minded hockey team, but being down 3-0 early is forcing their hand. And Jesse Taylor getting on the board along with Cooper, and the Huntsville Otters find themselves down by 1. And we'll take another quick break as we're getting set for the second period. You're watching PJHL Hockey on Rogers TV.
Hi, I'm Lise McCourt, the president of the RVH Auxiliary. Although we can't be there in person right now, the volunteers, the people that you see in the blue vests, continue to raise funds for RVH. We've been a fundraising force for RVH for over 125 years, having raised $12 million in the past 12 years. The Auxiliary continues this work with our most recent pledge of $5 million. All proceeds go to patient care at RVH. Our jackpot draws will be held monthly with early bird prizes for each draw. In our first jackpot draw, the winner took home over $36,000. The early bird prizes include a combination of cash and gift cards supporting local businesses. The Auxiliary raises funds to help ensure that when our loved ones need care, they have the best available right here in our region. So buy your tickets early and don't miss out on your chance to win.
Do you have something to share? Let everyone know about your next meeting, your need for volunteers, or your fundraising event on the Rogers TV Community Billboard. Send us your words and we'll bring them to life on Rogers TV and rogerstv.com. When it's time to spread the word, Go to rogerstv.com to add your announcement to the community billboard.
This holiday season, fall in love with Very Merry Movies on City TV.
There's no better time to take a leap of faith than Christmas.
Grab your hot chocolate.
Thank you.
And get ready to snuggle up.
Stay in our pajamas and watch movies all day.
With your new festive favorites.
You're late.
Or maybe I'm right on time.
Make it the most wonderful time of the year with all new Very Merry Movies all season long on City TV. Or stream on City TV Plus, the app, or citytv.com.
We're just about 4.5 minutes away from puck drop for the second period between the Hornets and the Otters. A lot to recap from that opening period of just back to end-to-end action. A lot of shots from both teams. The goaltenders have been kept busy and also resulting in 5 goals in that period. There's our shots on goal. 12-9 in favor of the Otters. A lot of those chances, though, coming on their power plays. They had a 5-on-3 situation and a second power play where they got 4 shots on net. So Huntsville just throwing pucks to the net and hoping to get things going. It was Alliston, though, that got the party started a minute 10 into this hockey game. Power with his 14th from Young and Frelick. And then Hoppy, his shot, a bit of a dribbler, somehow beat Willis at 1:54. McCone got a goal at 6:08. And then Taylor finally gets Huntsville on the board at 17:56. And Cooper, he had a nice shot. That's his 9th of the year at 18:08. That one was a beauty as that got Huntsville within 1 goal. Let's look at the play of the period as it's been there's a lot of highlights to choose from in this hockey game. Both teams getting some highlight caliber goals as we'll get to that play of the period a little bit later. But it's been an exciting game so far, and we'll see what happens next as we take a quick break. You're watching PJHL Hockey on Rogers TV.
Welcome to the traditional, ancestral, unceded territory of the Stalo people. The Stalo are people of the river. I'm so thankful for the courage and resiliency of our ancestors who lived on this land since time immemorial. Each of us have gifts from the Creator, and our Creator has a plan and purpose to be fulfilled in our territory. As we embrace our traditional teachings, we can lead the next generation into the fullness of what our Creator designed. Our shared history reveals a broken relationship, but as all Canadians commit to hear truth, acknowledge injustice, we can learn to walk in our traditional way, Letsamot, with a good heart and a good mind. Then all of our lives will be enriched. Kwasai.
This holiday season, fall in love with Very Merry Movies on City TV.
There's no better time to take a leap of faith than Christmas.
Grab your hot chocolate.
Thank you.
And get ready to snuggle up.
Stay in our pajamas and watch movies all day.
With your new festive favorites.
You're late.
Or maybe I'm right on time.
Make it the most wonderful time of the year with all new Very Merry Movies all season long on City TV. Or stream on City TV Plus, the app, or citytv.com.
What kind of show do you want to see on Rogers TV? What interests you? Log on to rogerstv.com, fill out a show proposal, and tell us about your segment idea. We want to know what you want to see. Rogers TV, only on Rogers.
For the second period of play between the Hornets and the Otters. It's a 3-2 game in favor of Alliston. And as we mentioned a few minutes ago, it's been a lot of highlight quality scoring chances here tonight. Let's look at the play of the period from the first. And this one, the second of the hockey game. Hoppy, the captain of Alliston, takes that shot. I'm not sure if it deflected off of a player in front, but it beats Willis. This was a goal I'm sure Willis would love to have back, because that one just under his right pad. But since giving up the opening 3 goals of the game, Willis has really settled things down And the Huntsville Otters have really picked up the pace. They're playing a very heavy game with the physicality. And we'll see how the Alliston Hornets will respond. We did see Mulpey get really frustrated at the end of the first period, as the Hornets just getting having some issues with Huntsville. Huntsville really getting under their skin, but we'll see what happens here in the second. We're back underway as Lewis sends it deep for the Otters. Young back for Alliston, turns it over behind the net. Huntsville given a gift down low, but puck sails back into the Huntsville zone. Otters with possession. Little loses it to Power. Jacob Power passing it to McNeil, and he passes it through the paint, but no one's there. Hornets will put this back into the Huntsville zone. Almost seems as though Alliston's maybe overthinking their plays right now with the passes. Saw that a couple times at the end of the first period where instead of taking the shot, they tried to pass it. Puck's kept in at the point by Cooper, and that one will go out of play and we'll get a face-off. As it seemed as though Alliston was in full control when it was 3-0, but this Otters team just no signs of quitting. They just keep plugging away. They're out shooting the Hornets. And now find themselves down by 1. Face-off won by the Hornets. Drury puts it off the boards. McCone trying to send that one in. It's blocked. Drury sending that one back. Picked up by Parker Mills. Mills sends it deep. Verbonek picks it up for Huntsville. Verbonek. He'll send it deep. He's going to chase after it himself. Verbonek behind the Alliston net, tied up by Drury. Taylor, backhand pass, but there was an Otter in front, but he didn't see it until it was knocked away by the Alliston netminder. There's a big hit. Taylor coming across on Mulpey. Mulpey wants a call, but none coming. Markle, his pass is blocked, gets it again, and that one sails to the corner. Drury, he'll get this one out of the zone. Puck's deflected, so no icing. The drama continues in this second period as Linden puts it back to the corner. Puck kept in at the point by Vitale. Following it up, McCone back to Turcotte. Turcotte, that's out of his reach. Puck's loose in front. Mulpey, his shot stopped by Willis. Puck's still loose. Otters trying to get it out. Puck's kept in at the point. English settles it down. His pass deflected, and that goes out of play. And we'll get the face-off in the Huntsville zone. As the big hits continue in this hockey game, Jesse Taylor with the latest. As the Hornets just continue to get chances. There's Mulpey's last opportunity. As Alliston just trying to get an insurance goal here in the second period. Mulpey lost his stick in the corner. Vitale can't keep that one in the attacking zone. Puck's knocked down by Dupuis. At center, Vitale knocks it down, delayed offside. This will give Huntsville some time, still delayed offside. And now we'll get the whistle as there's some confusion at the blue line. But either way, we'll do another face-off here. Getting set to take the draw was Owen Freilich. It's won by Alliston. Otters, though, get it. Punchard. Lost sight of it. Dupuis settles it down for Huntsville. Sends that one deep. Halloran puts it back behind his own net. Otters trying to put on some pressure here. Poppy knocks down his man. Punchard in the corner. Lucier turns it over, ends up at the point. Hiles inside his own blue line, sends it down ice. And that's going to be an icing call against Alliston as the Hornets just don't seem to be in sync like what we saw to start this hockey game. So we'll do this face-off over again to the left of Halloran. Freilich will take the draw. Face-off won by Huntsville. Puck comes to the near side. Hoppy sends that one ahead, deflected. And again, that one goes out. And now that the puck went out of play, the Hornets can make a line change. So a bit of a different pace here to start the second period. Not as much end-to-end action like we saw in the opening frame. It's kind of settled down a bit between these two. As the Hornets trying to carry it in, that was Young, but he was denied. Puck's at center ice. Drury puts it across. Millington couldn't get a stick on it. Therian will send that one back to the Alliston blue line. Rob dumps it in. Young back after it for the Hornets. At the points, that'll escape. Isaac Little back. Puts it to an open wing. Otters pick it up as Dukowitz sends it deep. Young collects it behind his own net. In the corner. Otters can't hold on to it. It's taken out of the zone. That'll go down the length of the ice. Millington back for Alliston. He was preparing for a hit, but instead Little got to it. There's a battle there. Puck goes to the net. Millington from the corner, trying to find Light. That's blocked. Puck kept in by the Hornets. Little, his pass attempt blocked. He's got his stick tied up. Lavoie, he'll get this one out for Huntsville. Ahead for Little. Isaac Little takes the shot, but that's going to be an offside call against Huntsville. Isaac Little, he was all over the ice in the first period, as he's going to be counted upon here again in the second. Don't be surprised to see him on at every other shift. That's what it felt like in the first period. Face-off, won by the Otters. Puck goes on net. Halloran will leave it there for English. McNeil sends that one ahead, picked up by Taylor. Taylor, he'll chase after it. Delayed offside against Alliston. Huntsville moving it ahead. Cooper nearly got a breakaway opportunity, but Mills got a stick on it. Cooper passing it back, one-timer. That's blocked by English. There's a turnover. The shot goes over the net. Rebound stopped by Halloran. Urbanek to Cooper. Cooper can't hold it. Now Power chasing after it. Jacob Power on the wing. Power trying to stick handle his way to the nets. He's taken into the boards. Puck's loose. Goes to the corner. Taylor was in front for Alliston, but he couldn't settle it down. Again for Taylor. Stopped by Willis. What a save. Willis with an outstanding point-blank save on Taylor as Jones gets it ahead. Halloran gets a glove on it, and he's going to hold on to the face-off, but Taylor coming so close to extending the lead here for Alliston, but Darian Willis with an outstanding save for Huntsville. As you'll see here, Taylor left all alone, point blank, and Willis sticks out that right pad. Great save there by the Huntsville goaltender. Otters had it for a moment in the corner, but now Alliston will get it out. Puck's bouncing. Dupuis takes down his man, Markle, trying to move it ahead. Battle continues. Here comes Turcotte. Cole Turcotte trying to cut to the middle. Puck's knocked away. Maltby after it in the corner. McCone chasing after it now for Alliston. In front, one-timer, stopped again by Willis. Willis is standing tall right now for the Huntsville Otters. Puck bouncing down the ice. Vitale collects it for Alliston. McCone got a stick on it, so no icing. Otters pick it up in their own zone, trying to get it out. Here's Markle. Puck got by him. Vitale puts it across. Maltby trying to catch up to it. Dupuis got a stick on it. Maltby again from the corner. He's got McCone in front. That pass is deflected. Otters can't get it out. Second time is not the charm. McConey turning it around, gets around Coleman. McCone on his backhand, doesn't take the shot, holds onto it. Jack McCone, he has one goal already tonight, extending his point-scoring streak to 7 games. Turcotte trying to go to Maltby, but it's the Otters who get it to the blue line, but not out. Kept in by Vitale. Now the Otters will move it out to center ice. Young's back to collect it for Alliston. Young's pass deflected. Linden, his pass knocked down by Turcotte. Here's a chance for the Hornets. Linden back for Huntsville. Then as it skates, Linden settles it down. That pass blocked by Hiles. Turcotte, he's stood up in the corner. Linden trying to get it up to Markle. Markle takes the hit. Hiles back to the corner for Turcotte. Turcotte behind the Huntsville net, passing it out in front to Hiles. Turcotte collides into the official. Play continues in the corner. Coming up with it here is Adam Dupuis. Dupuis moving it up. Drury back to pick it up here for Alliston as the Hornets and Otters both making changes, and the bench door open as Morse tried to play it, and that goes out. So we'll get the whistle. 12:27 remaining in the second period. Remains 3-2 Alliston. As the Hornets right now out shooting Huntsville in this second period 4-1. As it's been quite the hockey game here tonight. Mills along the boards, goes to Hoppy. That bounces past him. At center, Hiles. He is stood up. Big hit by Isaac Little. So the physical play continues. Hoppy, backhand pass. Little come back after it for Huntsville. Little trying to see a lane here. He's rubbed into the boards. Puck goes to center. Morse follows it up. Puck goes back into the Huntsville zone where Rob will collect it. Rob overskated it, takes the hit from Hoppy. Hiles after it now for Alliston. Hiles back to the point. Drury takes the shot. That's deflected. Puck's bouncing. Ends up in the corner. Morse in a battle. Little knocks it free. Hornets right now completing a change. Little avoids the hit. Can't get it out of the zone. Good work there by Millington. And Willis will cover it up. As Millington doing a great job keeping it in the attacking zone as the Otters not able to break out of the zone like we saw at the end of the first period. Alliston really shutting things down in the neutral zone. So Will Millington, he'll get set to take this face-off for Alliston. Urbanic comes up with it for Huntsville. Lavoie on the far side trying to get it out. That's blocked. And we're going to get the whistle for the glove-to-head pass as Lavoie got his hand on it. And we'll do this again. And right now looking at the far side, there's a Hornet player who's being assisted to the dressing room. And he is walking very slowly. I'm trying to see the number of the player. Paul Biskey has already left the hockey game for Alliston, so not a good sign seeing another Hornet being taken off the ice. So battle down low for Huntsville. Hornets get it out. Almost looks like Owen Freilich was being taken to the dressing room. Puck's in the corner. Hornets after it. Puck's loose. The Otters trying to move it up. Urbanic had it for a moment. Otters to the point, kept in by Vitale. Vitale putting it around the boards. Millington on the far side. Jones ahead. Otters get it out. 2-on-1 here for Huntsville. Therian, he's got Lavoie going to the net. Trying that shot, but great work by Vitale blocking that chance. It's not done yet. There's another shot. That goes wide of the net. That was Jones. Jones, his shot blocked by Taylor. He gets it back. Puts it across, deflected. Vitale got in the way again. We have a delayed penalty call here. This is going to go against Huntsville. As Vitale was in quite the battle, it's going to be an interference call. And that's going against the Otters here, as it's going to be a power play for Alliston, something we haven't seen too much of. As Logan Therian, the guilty party here for Huntsville. So right now Therian having some issues getting into the penalty box. So linesman will come over and give him some assistance, and the fans here applauding the help of the official to help Therian get in the box. This is the second power play of the night for the Alliston Hornets. They right now hold on to that one-goal lead. Malpe in the slot, fires, puts that one over the net. Turcotte comes back for it. Alliston has to regroup. That pass is deflected. Taylor comes up with it. Jesse Taylor. Cooper follows it up, but Turcotte takes it away. Cole Turcotte cuts to the middle. That got away from him. Goes behind the Huntsville net. Little. He'll get this one out. Power play for Alliston down to 1:19. Mills. He'll set things up here for Alliston. Mills ahead for McCone. Back to Mills. McCone in a battle right now with Little. Little takes him into the boards. Taylor trying to get it out for Huntsville. Turcotte down low for McCone. Back to Turcotte. At the point, Mills to Turcotte. Turcotte passing it to Maltby, trying to settle it down. Puck's loose. Here's Mills at the point. Doesn't take the shot. Mills holds on to it. Passing it there. Picked up by Taylor. His shot wide of the net. Firing that one wide was Ben Taylor for the Hornets, as the power play is now down to 33 seconds. Mills skates it up for Alliston, facing some pressure here from Jesse Taylor. Taylor nearly picked his pocket, and Huntsville will clear the zone. Maltby coming out from his own zone for Alliston. Maltby through the neutral zone. Andrew Maltby on his backhand. Forehand shot. Willis makes the save. He didn't know where it went, as Maltby was trying to go up top, but couldn't find any daylight. So here's that chance from Maltby. He's always a threat for Alliston, trying to go into that corner. But a good stop by Willis for the Otters. So the power play just down to 9 seconds, and then Therian will come out of the box for Huntsville. Face-off won by the Hornets. English winds up, shot right on goal, rebound, and the Hornets couldn't get to it. English puts it across. The power play has come to an end as Therian comes out of the box. And we're back to even strength as Willis makes another glove save. So Willis, after a bit of a sluggish start here for Huntsville, he has been standing tall ever since. It was a 3-0 hockey game, but with the goaltending from Darian Willis and the play of the Otters, they find themselves within one. 8:08 left to go in the second. Face off to the right of the Huntsville netminder. Hornets get it off the draw. Here's Hoppy in the corner. Hoppy trying to go to Hiles. Hoppy has that get away from him. Huntsville will get it out. Lewis chases after it. English collects it for Alliston. He'll go around his own net. That one nearly taken away by the Otters, as Jones putting on the pressure. McNeil back for Alliston, forced around his own net. Hoppy up ahead for Hiles. Puck deflected. Hornets will regroup. Here's English in his own zone, passes it ahead for Hiles. That misses. Puck will roll on net, so no icing. And Willis decides to cover up. Doesn't want to take any chances. Not with the Alliston captain there, Hoppy, right on his front porch. So Hoppy, he has one goal tonight, as Adam Hoppy, steady forward here for the Alliston Hornets, really sets the tone here with his leadership. And right now his team enjoying that 1-goal lead. Battle along the far boards. Cooper gets that one ahead. Here's a 2-on-1 developing for Huntsville. Jones trying to go in front. That's blocked by Drury. Good work by Drury. Lewis, he falls. Play continues. Lewis back to the play for Linden. Stop, rebound. Halloran will pounce on it, as that's the best chance we've seen in a while from the Huntsville Otters, as Kevin Halloran able to cover it up, as the Otters just trying to take that one to the net. Yet Lewis in front. He's always a threat for Huntsville, but Halloran gets the better of him. So 6:56 left to go in the second period. We'll get this face-off to the right of the Hornets net. And right now, Alliston playing with two less players than what they started with. Paul Biskey and Freilich both leaving this hockey game due to injury. Those two players have not yet returned. Paul Biskey left in the first period, and Freilich here in the second. As this Huntsville team, they play a heavy game, and we've seen it all night long. Lucier broke his stick on the face-off. Hornets will get it out. McNeil trying to settle it down, but that's going to be offside, as didn't have control of that puck as he got to the blue line. And we'll do this face-off again, this time outside the Huntsville blue line. So expect to see McNeil get a little more ice time here tonight with Freilich out. Kyler McNeil, so far a goal and 5 assists on the season. And he'll play on the right wing for Taylor. Face-off won by the Otters. Linden gets it ahead. That's too far from Morse. Power chips it ahead. Dupuis knocked it down for Huntsville. Otters get it out. Morse receives the pass. That's deflected. Morse after it. Young trying to corral it. He'll take Morse into the boards. Ben Taylor for Alliston. Gets it to center. Linden hammers that back into the Hornets end. Young picks it up for Alliston, and look out, takes the big hit. Lined up there by Blake Punchard. And now we'll get an icing call against the Alliston Hornets. And good news for Alliston as Freilich is back on the bench for Alliston. We'll take a look at that last hit as Young sees the hit coming, able to get that pass away. But my, oh my, Blake Punchard, big hit there. As it's just been hit after hit here tonight. So Theron will be sent out of the face-off circle for Huntsville. Ben Taylor set to take the draw for Alliston. Won cleanly by the Hornets centerman. Far side, Lavoie takes the bump, but it's the Hornets who come away with it. Taylor moving that one ahead. Power chasing after it here for Alliston. He's got McNeil going to the net. Power, though, loses it to Little. Those two continue to battle it out. Little knocked over. In front, Turcotte, but that puck got away from him. Turcotte left all alone in front. Lavoie, he'll send this one ahead. Dirkowitz trying to catch up to it, but it's knocked down. Theron to Rob. Rob will just send this in for Huntsville. English lets up. Lavoie will pick it up. Otters along the boards. Lavoie trying to go back to the point. Power gets in the way, and he'll send it across for McCone. McCone on the wing, passing it to the net, trying to find Maltby, but that was between his skates. Some miscommunication for the Otters as it's almost turned over. A battle in the corner. Little takes it around his own net. Puck sent to center. English couldn't catch up to it. Lavoie loses it. Dukowitz sends it in for Huntsville. The Otters are going to make a change. Little picks off that pass, but that's going to be offside as the Otters slow to make the change on the far side. As Isaac Little, he would have had a decent scoring chance for Huntsville, but Otters a little slow there on that change. So Isaac Little, he's had a great game so far tonight. The defenseman is all over the ice here for the Huntsville Otters, not afraid to join the rush. As there's another hit along the boards, Rabonik knocks down Hoppy. Hornets in their own zone. Adam Hoppy sending it ahead for Hiles. Hiles avoids the hit from Jones. Puck goes to the corner for Coleman. Otters trying to get it out of the zone. Vitale keeps it. Vitale coming off the point in the corner to Hiles. Across, that's deflected. Markle gets it ahead. Delayed offside here against Alliston. Rabonik over to Coleman. Coleman will set it down, but goes across for Rabonik. Freilich knocks it down. Freilich left the game momentarily, but good news for Alliston fans. He's back on the ice. Otters trying to get it out. Here's Markle. Takes the hit. Huntsville gets it out. Jones speeds up through the neutral zone, trying to find Taylor. Taylor reaches for it. Ends up in the corner. Jesse Taylor around the Alliston net. Delayed penalty call coming against the Hornets as Taylor was hooked coming around the net. And they're going to actually call this a holding penalty against Alliston. So the guilty party here will be Nathaniel Vitale. So the Otters going on the power play once more. So a big chance here late in the second period for Huntsville to tie this game up as Taylor just moving around. You see that right arm, Vitali grabbing his shoulder. And that's going to be the hold. Otters. Markle picks it up here. One-timer from Little. And that one's turned aside by Halloran. Little to Markle. Markle across, one-timer, scores! Lewis on the doorstep has tied this hockey game. That's going to be a power play goal. And Huntsville have come back. So the captain, Adam Lewis, gets his 7th of the season. As you'll see here, Markle finds Lewis in front. And Lewis, untouched, gets that through Halloran. And the Otters have tied this one up 3-all. What a finish we're going to have here tonight between these two. Jones can't get it out of the zone. Now he will. Big crowd there at the Huntsville blue line. Otters pick it up. Little over to Rob. He'll go back to Little. Those two play catch behind their own net. Now it's the long pass. It's deflected, but it's going to be an icing call. It was a touch before the red line. 2:43 left to go in the second period. As it's been a wild hockey game here tonight between the Hornets and the Otters. Face off to the right of Willis, won by Huntsville. Turcotte goes back behind the net. Turcotte stays with it, trying to pass it in front. That's blocked. Little taken to the boards by Molpe. McCone putting it around the boards. Turcotte chasing after it here for Alliston. Little got to it first, and Huntsville will move it up. Here's Lewis. He just tied this hockey game. Lewis takes the hit. Ends up in the corner. Lewis takes a couple of checks. Play continues. Otters get it back to the point. Rob, though, can't hold on to it. Maltby loses it. McCone turns it over. Alliston, you can just get a sense they're playing a little frustrated right now. Everything was going their way to start this hockey game, but the Huntsville Otters just getting in the way and playing that physical hockey game. Bannock at the point. Takes the shot. Halloran the save. Puck comes to the near side. Cooper puts it down low. At the point. Bannock winds up. His shot. Halloran got a piece of it. Puck comes to the near side. McNeil can't hold on to it, but the Hornets do get it out. Rob trying to send it in. It was blocked. Rob this time goes across. Bannock ahead. That was intended for Punchard. Turcotte, he's going to go off for a change. Bannock off the boards, knocked down by Ben Taylor. Taylor down low. Power behind the net. Can't get that wraparound to go as the Otters just collapsing there at the side of the net. Final minute of the second. Taylor sends it in. Bannock puts it out in front. Dangerous play here for Huntsville, but Taylor can't get to it. Here come the Otters the other way. Lewis on the far side trying to find Punchard. Punchard has it in the corner. Around the boards, Jones just coming off the bench, putting it down low for Morse. Drury comes up with it. That's deflected. Otters putting on some more pressure. Now Alliston will send it down ice, but this is going to be an icing call against Alliston with 27 seconds left here in the second. So the Huntsville Otters just plugging things up here, not making it easy for Alliston. Huntsville has now scored 3 unanswered to tie this hockey game. Face off to the left of Kevin Halloran. Face off won by the Otters. There's the shot, blocked by Power. Otters get to it. Lewis puts it behind the net. Otters trying to quickly put it out in front. Huntsville with possession. 12 seconds left in the period. Jones to the net. That misses. Jones at the point. Holds the line. Trying to pass it across. But that'll do it for the second period. And now we're getting some pushing and shoving. Power mixing it up with Linden. Linesman quickly getting between those two as the Alliston Hornets showing frustration here tonight as the Huntsville Otters making things difficult for the home side. They've clawed their way back and have tied this game at 3. So we are in for an exciting third period of hockey between Alliston and Huntsville. And we'll take a quick break. It's 3-3 after 40 minutes. You're watching PJHL Hockey on Rogers TV.
Watching hockey just got a power play with NHL Center Ice and Super Sports Pack. With up to 37 out-of-market NHL games a week, you'll always catch your favorite team no matter where you live. Whether it's big matchups you're looking for or following your top fantasy picks, it's all here. NHL Center Ice, part of the Rogers Super Sports Pack. All this for only $35.95 a month. Say Super Sports Pack into your voice remote to order.
Ho, 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 ho. Hey, kids, it's that time of year. Join us on Rogers TV for Talk to Santa. Give us a call and we'll have a chat. Ho, 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 ho.
I'm Carolyn King, and I'm a member of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation and the creator of the Moccasin Identifier. Philip Cote, an artist in Toronto here, took and redrew real moccasins. We're starting over with the children. The idea is that they would research whose land their school is built on, near, or what treaty area they're in. And the educational kit that we have has all that information in there. And the children just, love it. My dream is that this province will be covered with moccasin identifiers within the next decade. And they will forever know whose land they're on. That's the goal. Educate and awareness with a nice, simple little program called the Moccasin Identifier.
So it's a tied hockey game after 2 periods of play between the Alliston Hornets and the Huntsville Otters. The Alliston Hornets started this game with a 3-0 lead, and they were scoring quick and often, but the Huntsville Otters just playing consistent hockey, and Willis having an outstanding night between the pipes for the Huntsville Otters, and that's been really key for Huntsville to get back into this hockey game. And we'll take a look at some of the highlights from the second period of play. Some big saves from Willis, and you'll see here Maltby point blank, but Willis able to make a big pad save, and that was the theme really in the second period, because Alliston really started to put shots on net. They're making things difficult for Huntsville to try and get it out of the zone, but Willis just save after save. And we'll take another look. Here's a great chance. Ben Taylor left all alone in front, but Willis just making a huge stop. Turcotte, he's also been a threat. There's Maltby with his chance. This line, they have been all over the Huntsville Otters. And the physical play, though, tonight has continued. Big hits, especially from Huntsville. And, it's been that kind of night here for Huntsville. They are the most penalized team in the Carruthers division, and you can see why with the style of play. But it is a team that's getting it done. They had a power play in that second period. Here's another chance, though, from Maltby, as he's had a frustrating night. Big hit, Young from Punchard. Punchard just delivering that big check. And then here's the penalty late. Taylor with going around the net, held up by Vitale, and that results in this power play goal from Adam Lewis, left all alone in front, as Lewis, the captain of the Huntsville Otters, ties this hockey game at 3 apiece. So the Huntsville Otters right now getting it done. We'll see what happens next as we'll take a quick break. You're watching PJHL Hockey on Rogers TV.
Hi, I'm Lise McCourt, the president of the RVH Auxiliary. Although we can't be there in person right now, the volunteers, the people that you see in the blue vests, continue to raise funds for RVH. We've been a fundraising force for RVH for over 125 years, having raised $12 million in the past 12 years. The Auxiliary continues this work with our most recent pledge of $5 million. All proceeds go to patient care at RVH. Our jackpot draws will be held monthly with early bird prizes for each draw. In our first jackpot draw, the winner took home over $36,000. The early bird prizes include a combination of cash and gift cards supporting local businesses. The Auxiliary raises funds to help ensure that when our loved ones need care, they have the best available right here in our region. So buy your tickets early and don't miss out on your chance to win.
Do you have something to share? Let everyone know about your next meeting, your need for volunteers, or your fundraising event on the Rogers TV Community Billboard. Send us your words and we'll bring them to life on Rogers TV and rogerstv.com. When it's time to spread the word, go to rogerstv.com to add your announcement to the Community Billboard.
This holiday season, fall in love with Very Merry Movies on City TV.
There's no better time to take a leap of faith than Christmas.
Grab your hot chocolate.
Thank you.
And get ready to snuggle up.
Stay in our pajamas and watch movies all day.
With your new festive favorites.
You're late.
Or maybe I'm right on time.
Make it the most wonderful time of the year with all new Very Merry Movies all season long on City TV. Or stream on City TV Plus, the app, or citytv.com.
Play, and let's take a look at some of the stats from this hockey game so far. Starting off with the shots, Alliston out shooting Huntsville 8-7 in that second period, but shots still favoring the visiting side, 19-17. Just one goal to report in that second period, and that one from Adam Lewis, the captain of the Huntsville Otters, the 7th of the year, and that also happens to be our play of the period. It's a power play goal from the Huntsville Otters. Lewis alone in front. Some great puck movement here from Huntsville. Markle finding Lewis in front, and that tied this hockey game at 3 apiece. So the Huntsville Otters getting it done with the specialty teams here tonight. They've been perfect on the penalty kill so far, and they also get that power play goal. So job well done so far from the road team. We'll see what happens in the third, but there is another game taking place in the Carruthers division, and that's up in Penetang. The Kings right now trailing the Midland Flyers 5-2. That game up in Penetang. Those two teams fighting for that final playoff spot in the Carruthers division, and right now it's the Midland Flyers at the edge in that hockey game, and right now it's a tied hockey game here at the new Tecumseth Recreation Centre as the Otters and the Hornets playing a tight checking hockey game, and we'll see if this pace will continue going into the third. It's going to be an exciting finish, and we'll have to wait and see how this one plays out, but it's 3-3, and we'll take a quick break as we get ready for the third period. You're watching PJHL Hockey on Rogers TV.
Welcome to the traditional, ancestral, unceded territory of the Stalo people. The Stalo are people of the river. I'm so thankful for the courage and resiliency of our ancestors who lived on this land since time immemorial. Each of us have gifts from the Creator, and our Creator has a plan and purpose to be fulfilled in our territory. As we embrace our traditional teachings, we can lead the next generation into the fullness of what our Creator designed. Our shared history reveals a broken relationship, but as all Canadians commit to hear truth, acknowledge injustice, we can learn to walk in our traditional way, Letsamot, with a good heart and a good mind. Then all of our lives will be enriched. Kwasai.
This holiday season, fall in love with Very Merry Movies on City TV.
There's no better time to take a leap of faith than Christmas.
Grab your hot chocolate.
Thank you.
And get ready to snuggle up
Stay in our pajamas, watch movies all day.
with your new festive favorites.
You're late.
Or maybe I'm right on time.
Make it the most wonderful time of the year with all new Very Merry Movies all season long on City TV. Or stream on City TV Plus, the app, or citytv.com.
What kind of show do you want to see on Rogers TV? What interests you? Log on to rogerstv.com, fill out a show proposal, and tell us about your segment idea. We want to know what you want to see. Rogers TV, only on Rogers.
Well, the players are back on the ice as we're getting set for an exciting finish to this hockey game as the Huntsville Otters clawing their way back to tie this game at 3 apiece. Alliston had an early 3-0 lead in this hockey game, but Huntsville just being persistent, and they've been playing a physical game. They're throwing the body, and it's been getting the job done. But while we have a minute, let's take a quick look at the standings, and you'll see that the Huntsville Otters right now middle of the pack. They have 20 points on the season, 9 back of the Alliston Hornets, and Alliston coming into tonight on a 5-game winning streak, looking to extend that as these teams, you'd think they're a lot closer in the standings with the way this game has been, but give credit to the Huntsville Otters. They have been playing a solid road game here tonight so far as they look to move ahead of Aurelia into that 4th spot in the Carruthers division, as it's a log jam from 3rd to 6th, which just adds to the excitement in the PJHL. I know the playoffs are still a long ways away, but for Huntsville, it's been a tough few years finding themselves at the bottom of the Carruthers division, but this year really taking that next step forward as a franchise and being a lot more competitive, which is exciting for Huntsville fans, as there's a few of them here on the road as the Otters faithful showing their passion for this hockey club, and right now their team tied 3-3 with the Alliston Hornets, and we are underway for the 3rd face-off, won by Alliston, as Vitale will send this ahead. It goes off a player, so no icing. Little, first one on it for Huntsville. Little finding Lewis, long stretch pass trying to go to Jones, but Drury knocks that down. Puck's turned over, Cooper picks it up, he'll send that one deep. Halloran will play it. Drury in the corner, long pass, finds Cole Turcotte. He's got a lane. Turcotte on the wing, but that's knocked away by Little. McCone sending that back to the point. He was trying to find Maltby, but that puck sails back into the Alliston zone. Vitale back after it. Drury in the corner. Pass deflected. That'll escape to center ice. Caleb Jones turns it around, sends it in for Huntsville. Drury tracks it down. That one's kicked in by Jones. Alliston with possession. Drury reaches center. Ahead for Freilich. Freilich hits the brakes. Sending that down low. Drury, the defenseman, down behind the net. Pass in front. Freilich shot's blocked. And the Otters will move it out. And we'll get the whistle. It looks like the puck may have hit a Alliston player on the bench, so we'll do this over again. And there it is, the puck ending up in the bench. So the faceoff will come outside of the Huntsville blue line. Faceoff won by the Otters. Puck goes off Jesse Taylor. Taylor can't hold that pass. Here comes Hoppy. Hoppy drops back for Hiles. Freilich after in the corner. His pass deflected. Hoppy down low, passing it to Hiles. One goes to the corner. Hoppy from the wing, that's deflected. Mills with a shot, that goes over the net. Alliston getting some pressure early in this 3rd period. Jesse Taylor, though, takes it away from Huntsville. Taylor, he's tied up, drops it back from Markle. Markle can't get the shot. Good work by Young. Hornets can't get it out of the zone. It's kept in by Huntsville. Linden Across for Markle, but he loses the handle of it. Mills setting that ahead. Linden delivers the check. And it's Alliston moving it up. Hiles to Taylor. Ben Taylor, his shot blocked by Dupuis. Dupuis had a stick on it, but Taylor gets it back for Alliston. McNeil inside the blue line to Taylor. Back to McNeil. McNeil off the boards. His shot's blocked. Dupuis after it in the corner. Takes his man. Huntsville will get to it. Otters can't get it out of the zone. Kept in by English. Good work there by the defenseman. English passing it across, trying to get to McNeil, but that ends up in the corner. Dupuis skating it ahead here for Huntsville. Adam Dupuis sending that one deep off the bench. Puck's in the corner. Vitale. He loses it. Picked up by Morse. Morse in front. Halloran almost caught off guard by that. And the Alliston Hornets get it to the neutral zone. McNeil. He loses the handle of it. Huntsville trying to take it back the other way. Lucier has that knocked off his stick. Little puts it in the air. Delayed offside here against the Otters. This gives Alliston some time. Moving it up. That's Jacob English. Drops it back for Vitale. Therian after it. Long pass. Ben Taylor, but that's going to be icing against Alliston as Hornets trying to get that breakaway chance for Ben Taylor, who's hiding behind the Huntsville defense. So get this face-off now to the right of Halloran. Some tense moments here in the third period. Face-off won by the Otters. Robb at the point, takes the shot. Halloran the save. Dubowitz puts it down low. It's at the point. Little settles it down, takes the shot, deflected just wide. That was Therian getting a stick on it. And the Hornets will get it out. Little got a piece of it, so no icing. The Hornets now can make a change. Isaac Little ahead. Therian got a stick on it. Lavoie can't hold it. Mills collects it here for Alliston. Mills ahead, Light. He was tripped up. And that's going to be an icing call against Alliston. Is not able to get a stick on it there was Patrick Light. So the Huntsville Otters putting on some more pressure here in the third period. They've got the momentum early on, getting that tying goal from their captain, Adam Lewis. That was at the end of the second. And we'll do this face-off once more. So a solid effort here on the road tonight from the Huntsville Otters. And right now, Alliston trying to shift the momentum as they saw their 3-goal lead in the first period evaporate. Hornets trying to get it out, kept in. Huntsville with possession. Lewis takes the shot. That goes wide. Cooper had to get out of the way. And the Alliston Hornets get it out, but they're going to call this icing again against Alliston, as that's been an issue of late for the Alliston Hornets, just not able to connect with those passes through center ice. As that's back-to-back icing calls now against Alliston. Bring the face-off to the right of Halloran. Millington taking the draw here for the Hornets. Face-off won by Alliston. Drury behind his own net. That's blocked. Otters trying to put it out in front. Cooper gives chase. At the point. That shot wide of the net. Lewis trying to get to it. Cooper in front. That's blocked. Millington gets to it. And the Hornets will get it out. Jones collects it for Huntsville. Alliston trying to make a line change. Now they send it down ice. Deflected, so no icing. Back to picking up for Huntsville is Caleb Jones. Long pass. That's deflected. Taken away by Young. Young carrying it in. Takes the shot right on goal. And getting a glove on it there is Darian Willis, as that's a routine save for the Huntsville goaltender. Just past the 5-minute mark of the third period, Huntsville has the edge in shots, 20-18. And look at the faceoff now to the right of Willis. Otters losing it there. That was Dupuis who lost it. McCone around the net. He has 1 goal tonight already for Alliston. Turcotte in the corner, turns around, gets some space. Turcotte with a shot, and that's stopped by Willis. Maltby trying to go back to the point. There's Young, and that's blocked. Markle trying to settle it down, now gets it out. 2-on-1 for Huntsville. Coleman and Taylor. Coleman takes the shot, blocked. Puck's still loose. Taylor can't get to it. Great chance for Huntsville. Puck kept in by the Otters. Delayed penalty call coming against Alliston. Dupuis at the point, putting it around the boards. Taylor gets it in the corner. Taylor takes the hit, and now we'll get the call. And now we're getting pushing and shoving after the whistle, as Alliston just showing their frustration here tonight. So it was going to be an Alliston Hornets penalty, but now we're going to get a few more penalties as a result of this skirmish. And now we're getting some extra shots here as Hoppy lost his helmet. So an undisciplined play here from the Huntsville Otters is being sent off the ice as Jack Linden. So Linden's night is done early. And Hoppy right now, he is in a lot of discomfort as he took a hard punch there from Linden. So some concern here on that Alliston Hornets bench. Turcotte was originally going to get the penalty in the corner as he took down Jesse Young. And then as a result, we had that skirmish, and then Linden and Hoppy were mixing it up. Hoppy lost his helmet, and Linden was able to take some shots. Or actually, it's not Hoppy, my mistake. That's actually Jackson Young, the defenseman, and he's heading to the dressing room. So Young able to skate off on his own. So wait and see how this is going to shape up. It was going to be a Huntsville Otters power play. The officials right now having a discussion. They're going to figure out how these penalties are going to work out. So Mitchell Young, he's headed to the dressing room. That's now two defensemen out for the Alliston Hornets. Cole Polbisky, he left in the first period after taking a hard hit. And he has not yet returned. So that's two defensemen down now for Alliston. Still waiting for the penalties to show up on the scoreboard as the timekeeper right now getting an explanation on the penalties, as are the captains of the two teams. So Lewis looks like he's disappointed in the call just by his head shaking there a moment ago. Take a look at what all happened. You'll see here Turcotte was going to get the original penalty as he took out Taylor. Or actually, no, this is the scrum. So Alliston showing their frustrations, and Linden going after Young, ripping off his helmet. There goes the helmet, and then he takes advantage and then just starts delivering some blows there. So the officials now explaining the penalties to the coaches as Dupuis is now in the penalty box for Huntsville. So they've got Linden's number on the penalty board. So it's 2 minutes right now to the Huntsville defenseman who's been sent off. Turcotte also in the penalty box for Alliston. So right now, so now they're going to announce it. So Turcotte's getting a boarding call here. So Linden's penalty.
2 minutes instigator, 5 minutes fighting.
So it's a lengthy penalty here against Linden. So instigator and a major to Linden. So it looks as though it's going to become an Alliston Hornets power play after all that's said and done. So Dupuis will serve the penalty as Linden's gone. The official coming over to the timekeeper's bench to give some final instructions. So it's a 5-on-4 situation. So the Hornets getting their third power play tonight. And that puck will escape the zone, and we'll get this face-off done again. That's the second time the trainer for the Huntsville Otters had the puck come his way. He was hit in the arm earlier in the second, and that time he was able to dodge it. So we are back underway, 6 minutes into the third period, 3-all. Alliston right now on the power play. Hiles back to Freilich. At the point, that's English. Over to Jacob Power. Power gets by the defenseman who lost his stick. That's Isaac Little. Power back to the point for English. Winds up, his shot over the net. Hoppy collecting it now for the Hornets. Back to Freilich. Freilich to English. One-timer turned aside by Willis. In the corner, Hoppy. In a battle there, comes back to Freilich at the point. Freilich taken into the boards by Coleman. Hoppy to Freilich. Across to Hiles. English gets it. English trying to go back, but now the Otters will clear it. Shorthanded chance there. That's out of the reach of Markle. Halloran will play it. Freilich skates it ahead here as the power play down to 50 seconds for Alliston. Freilich into the attacking zone. Freilich turns it around. His pass blocked. Good stick work there by the defender, Nate Markle. English ahead for Maltby. Power play now down to 33 seconds. Ben Taylor trying to cut to the middle at the side of the net. Maltby, backhand pass. And Willis stopped that pass attempt, and then Maltby is taken down. Now we're getting some more pushing and shoving, as this is a high-intensity game here tonight between the Hornets and the Otters. And Maltby seems to be all right, as Willis doing a great job getting in the way of that pass and was able to cover it up. And they're going to bring the face-off outside of the Huntsville blue line with 26 seconds left here on the power play for Alliston. So the face-off being taken to the far side. It's won by the Hornets. Ben Taylor back to Mills. Taylor gets it back at center. He'll pass this one ahead to Millington. Millington on the wing to the net. Taylor looked like he got a piece of it. McCone back to Mills. Mills back to McCone. Quickly across. That misses. Puck will sail back into the neutral zone. Mills being chased. Stays with it. Mills burst of speed into the attacking zone. That's blocked. Following it up is Taylor. McCone back to Ben Taylor. Taylor's got a lane to the net. Decides to peel back. Mills with the shot right on goal, and Willis with the save. Not much traffic in front of that Huntsville net, and he'll hold on. So the first 2-minute power play has come to an end, and now it's the 10-minute major to Linden that's on the board. So Turcotte now out of the penalty box, so it's power play continues now for Alliston. There's Freilich with the shot right on goal, and making the save is Willis. So a tough spot right now for the Huntsville Otters. They're going to be short-handed for almost the rest of this hockey game. Face-off won by the Hornets. Freilich back. There's the quick shot, and that one is denied as Darian Willis gets the save. He's been steady tonight for the Huntsville Otters. He's had to face 23 shots in this hockey game, and he's expecting to face more shots with Alliston enjoying this lengthy power play situation. At the point, Drury. Down low to Power. That's blocked. Otters trying to pounce on it. Battle continues on the far side. Hillis can't hold it, and that's sent down the ice by Little. So the power play now down to 9:13. Drury passing that one ahead. Freilich on the wing. He'll skate this one ahead. Stop though at the blue line, and the Otters, with this lengthy power play, they can just ice the puck as much as they want. Long pass. Tipped into the zone by Power. It's at the side of the goal. Little collects it here for Huntsville. Isaac Little, his clearing attempt went off his teammate in front. Hoppy trying to go to Turcotte. Turcotte putting it around the boards. Went off the official. Little put it off the boards. Hornets, though, keep it in. Drury Gets by Little. Here's Drury to the net. Takes the shot. Scores! What a shot there from Nolan Drury. Puts it top shelf. And Alliston has regained the lead. So for Nolan Drury, that's his second goal this season. And with that shot, you would think he's a sniper on this Alliston Hornets team. Take a look at this replay. Drury to the net, puts it right under the bar. Some great work there, and Alliston takes advantage of this power play situation, and it's going to continue as a result of that major that was handed out to Jack Linden. And now we got another penalty here, and it's going to be a tripping call. So things have gone from bad to worse here for Huntsville. So the Otters just falling apart right now with the penalties. Nicholas Cooper in the penalty box. That's the leading scorer for Huntsville. So it's now a two-man advantage here for Alliston. Well, the Huntsville Otters were playing a great road game, and then penalties. Linden getting that major, and now things falling apart for the Otters. Alliston with it. Here's Turcotte down to Mulpey. Back to Turcotte. English takes the shot. Stopped by Willis. Mulpey gets it again. It's going to be a full 2-minute 5-on-3. Turcotte trying to settle it down. That's blocked. And now it's taken ahead by the Huntsville Otters. Here's Verbonik. Backhand. Stopped by Halloran. Kevin Halloran, an outstanding save with that short-handed chance for Verbonik. English carrying it up here for Alliston. Ahead, picked up by Ben Taylor. Drops it back for Turcotte. Back to Taylor in the corner. His pass deflected behind the Huntsville net. McCone back to English. McCone in the corner. Takes his time, passes in front to Taylor, and that one misses. Trying that one-timer in front. Taylor again in the corner. They'll come back to the point for Alliston. His pass bouncing past English. McCone back behind the Huntsville net. Mulpey in front, deflected by Markle. Markle falls. He covers up the puck. The fans not liking that. Hornets get it again. Here's English at the blue line. English over to Turcotte. Cole Turcotte on his backhand down to Mulpey, but Jones read that play and gets it out. Here's Markle. Markle short-handed. He's at the end of his shift. Nice little move, and then loses it. Markle must be tired. He has been out there for quite some time for Huntsville, and he still can't go off for a change. Taylor going to the net, trying to go up top, but stopped by Willis. Otters trying to recover. Cooper is out of the penalty box, so it's back to a 5-on-4 for another 6:13. Mills skates it ahead for Alliston. His pass taken away by Cooper. Nicholas Cooper, already one goal tonight for Huntsville. Skates it up short-handed, passing in front. Backhand! Halloran makes the save. And then Halloran covers it up as he had Isaac Little. He was the one who tried to tuck it around that left pad of Halloran, but outstanding save, Kevin Halloran. And Isaac Little just frustrated as he had a great chance short-handed. Take a look at that replay. As you see here, the Otters going to the net, and Little just couldn't get there. So it remains 4-3 in favor of Alliston. At center, Power gets it into the zone, putting around the boards. Hiles on the far side, settles it down for Alliston. Coleman picks it up for Huntsville. Coleman will skate this one ahead. Nick Coleman cuts to the middle. The puck got away from him. And now Freilich takes him into the boards, and we have a penalty call coming against Alliston. And this one is going to be, look like a hooking penalty against Freilich. Or actually, it's going to be a cross-checking penalty against Owen Freilich. So it's now a 4-on-4 situation. We'll take a look at the replay here. As, Freilich taking the Huntsville player into the boards. So a bit of a break here for Huntsville as they try and tie this hockey game. It's 4-on-4, so a lot of room to work with. And now we have another Alliston player going into the penalty box. That's Kerwin. Haven't seen much of Kerwin tonight. Puck comes back to the point. Urbanic trying to send it back into the Alliston zone. Cooper. He's tied up, stays with it. Cooper with the shot. That's blocked. There's Little, and he puts it in. This Huntsville Otters team showing no signs of quitting as Isaac Little gets on the scoreboard, and it's a 4-4 hockey game. So Isaac Little, his 5th of the season, finds the back of the net. As Huntsville still has life in this game. Check this out, Cooper. He was hooked a couple of times there, couldn't get the shot away, and then Little finds that loose puck and buries it. So right now, having a discussion at the timekeeper's bench. It was a 4-on-4 goal. And they let Kerwin out of the penalty box. So I think it's supposed to still be 4-on-4. So they're fixing the clock right now. So a little confusion at the timekeeper's bench. So the 4-on-4 situation continues for 1:34. Cooper sending that one back. Urbanic